Welcome back to Chat with the Chief. I am here today with John Lake, and I'm here also with Sergeant Frangioni, Traffic Unit, and John is over our Real-Time Operations Center now. John, do me a favor. Just give a quick background.
Sure. I've been here for 38 years. I've worked in the Criminal Investigations Division, worked in patrol, currently assigned to support services, and the manager of the Real-Time Operations Center.
And what is the Real-Time Operations Center?
Basically, we are in charge of looking at anything that's going on in the city. That's real-time, obviously. Any cameras, any type of investigating tools that we can use for criminal investigations during real time, even historical stuff if we have a case that we need to help the CID out with or the traffic division for anything. We can go back and look at some video or cameras, anything that we have at our disposal.
Awesome. And Franch, quick little background. I know you've been on the show before.
Yeah,
all things
27
traffic.
years here assigned to traffic for the past, 7 traffic and marine. So good to be back again.
Yeah, it's great to have
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you're an awesome sergeant.
Thank
I just
you so
want to
much.
say your traffic unit, I'm sure everybody out there can appreciate that traffic is very important in our city, and we've seen an influx of vehicles because everybody loves to live, work, and play in the city of Sarasota. We know that to be a fact, and without you and your traffic unit out there, it would be really hard to get around. So thank you very much for all you
thank
do.
you. Thank you.
And I sincerely mean that. So we're here to talk all things speed cameras today. John, you are like the tip of the spear for our school speed cameras, correct?
Right.
Okay. So just give us a brief overview of the cameras, the times, when they're in effect, whether is it before school, is it during school, is it after school, is it during the summer?
Right. So we have 6 schools in the city. We have 11 zones that encompass those 6 schools, 22 cameras. And the way they work is, when the light is flashing, if you're going 11 miles an hour over the speed limit, so I'll give you an example, 20 mile an hour school zone, the light's flashing, you get a ticket a notice of violation is going to be the first portion of this. Is going to be a $100 notice of violation, but you will be going 31 miles an hour or higher in a 20. Once the light is not flashing while school is in session, you still need to adhere to the posted speed limit. So if a speed limit is 40 miles an hour, then you would be getting a violation at 51 miles per hour when the light is not flashing. Going into the afternoon, the light starts to flash. The computer knows to go down and start enforcing the 20 mile per hour zone again, and you get the 31. You would get a ticket at 31 or higher. After the light goes on in the afternoon, the system does not work until the next morning. And this is all only happening when school is in session. So if there's, spring break, summer time and everything, that's not going to be enforced.
And so when do those speed cameras turn on? Do they turn on before school starts, before that flashing yellow?
So they go on when the flashing it's basically if you have like a breakfast, or I'll give you like an elementary school, if they have a breakfast, that does get included into that. So if the school bell rings at 8 a.m., then the lights start flashing at 7:30, and that's when the enforcement starts.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what are we seeing as far as trends? Did we have to do some type of survey?
So we did a study back around spring break of last year. We did the study at all the school zones that we're going to do, and the numbers were high. I'll be honest with you, they were higher than what I thought. But now that we started the program, they're significantly lower, and I think that's just due to the public, finding out that we're running these programs.
Right, and they found out that we're running the programs because we had to give them a heads up, right, a 30-day.
Right, yeah, we had to do a 30-day warning period. That's where we're at now with some of the zones. They're actually still in the 30-day warning period. And I think just social media and everything played a big part in it. We're looking at doing this program last year, so we only started, the first warning period started January 6th. So everybody's had, 6 or 8 months of, social media knowing that we were going to be getting this program.
Okay. And then, Franch, how does this help you out?
It helps tremendously. So I only have so many people, and there's so many school zones. So what it does is it frees up my guys to actually work some of the other areas of the city that aren't school zones where we know speeding's occurring, but we're just not tied up with the school zones. But it also helps out because there's other violations that occur in a school zone that we're still there for. We're not going to abandon the school zones. We're just going to look for other things. it's also good because instead of getting a ticket from one of my guys and getting 3 points, you're just getting this fine and you're not getting points on your insurance. So it's still educational, lesson learned, but you're not getting the full punishment. So I think it's better for everybody. As far as the way my guys operate, they can now spread out a little bit more where we're not. For instance, I know everybody's seen us all lined up on Southside. It's the only school that is still on 41. So we get a lot of complaints there. Plus, 95% of the school is either a walker or a bike rider. So now I have all my guys over there at Southside, but then Tuttle Elementary gets ignored, and then Cardinal Mooney gets ignored. So now it's to the point where, hey, we can do some stuff at Southside Elementary, but I only need one for hands-free zone because we know those citations, those violations are going out. They can look at other stuff and still have a presence there.
Right.
And now I can divide some people up and have everybody move around and divide and conquer.
Yeah, and I think one of the challenges that we've seen too over the years, and I know I get a lot of complaints about this, is people trying to avoid the school zones, so they drive through the neighborhoods at high rates of speed.
Yeah.
We do see that. Does that help you because now you can put resources in there?
Yeah, it absolutely does. And, and that's part of it is now the residential areas instead of just the main state roads that some of these schools are on and some of these crosswalks are at. We can concentrate on some of the side stuff where, now I can give that time to, hey, I have a consistent people running the stop sign in this neighborhood. Can you please come over here? I don't have to say, I'm sorry, that's the time frame of the school zones. I could say, sure, I can send somebody over there and keep an eye on it. And it's perceived, recepted very well from everybody, like you're helping me, and I'm able to do it now.
And so essentially this is a force multiplier for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And then what do you say, John, because I get not a lot, but some criticism that this is a money grab.
Yeah, and I think everybody's going to say that at first because that's the impression that it's done, that everybody thinks. But when you look at that, it's already working. The violations are definitely significantly reduced from last year to here, so the program's working. Obviously, we'd like to see it lower. It's probably down, definitely lower than probably higher than 50% as far as reductions right now from when we had the study. But I don't think it's a money grab.
No, I have to agree. I think as a chief, the goal is to make no money off of this, right? Because if you're making zero money coming in, that everybody's following the law, right? Yeah. And it just takes one incident, and everyone's going to say, why didn't we do something? And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep a bad incident from occurring.
Right, and the violation's $100, and I believe if you go if you gave someone an actual ticket from a law enforcement officer, I believe it's in the $300 range.
Yeah, I know schools.
And it's 4 points on your driving record. So this is coming in as a notice of violation, doesn't go on your driving record as long as you take care of it within the 30 days. If you do not take care of it, it does go to a UTC. It will be sent over to the clerk in the court. It does go on your driving record, but it still does not have any points.
Oh, okay. And then one of the other questions I get is, at what point if they get 4 of those, 5 of those, 10 of those, do they actually start getting points?
No, they never get points.
Okay, so you never get points.
It's very similar to the way the red light camera program is set up. It's a no point ticket.
And I would also add too that this is the way of the future. I mean, you're talking about future cities. We're here. It's really helped us as far as mitigating any types of crashes. It's really helped us in understanding patterns as well as we move forward. Yeah. And it probably helps you too, because then you know where to put officers.
Yeah, it helps. It does. And the data that we get is just priceless from the whole thing.
Yeah, and I would say as we move forward, I just want everybody to know too, is we're working smarter, right?
Yes.
We're trying to do the most that we can with the amount of personnel that we have and utilize all our resources to do that. And I would say, I'm a little biased because I'm the chief, but I would say in the years I've been here, I feel like this is the best we've ever been.
Yeah, we are.
As far as fighting crime, mitigating traffic. I mean, we're really using technology to our advantage.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I think it helps to have someone like you, John, because you know everything about all these programs, and you've just done an amazing job. And I think in the future we'll talk about the Real-Time Operations Center and some of the things that it's already done.
Right.
And it's really in its nascent stages right now.
Right.
And then I also want to thank you too, Anthony, and if you want to talk a little bit about the boats, about removal of the boats. where
Oh.
we're at with that since the hurricane.
Well, it's all under state contract. Our Marine Patrol unit is assisting those contractors, but to be honest, it saved taxpayers, Sarasota taxpayers, a lot of money for it to be all under state contract. Otherwise, our Marine Patrol wouldn't be out there doing law enforcement work. They would be out there pulling boats. So it was great that the governor came in and it sent everybody. It helped us out tremendously. The boat cleanup it's going as fast as it can, and hopefully I think we're looking at probably by the end of this month, early next month, where everything's going to be taken care of. So
We're closer to the end.
we are very close to the end. Very close to the end.
All right. You guys, have really stuck with it, and I just would ask people to just show a little bit more grace as we're coming to the end, a little patience. Yes, the city is open. Yes, the beach is open, but we're still trying to recover. Even the parks are still trying to recover.
South Lido is still closed right now. I know Sarasota County's working really hard trying to get that open. Currently, that's still closed, but regular Lido Beach is open.
Yep. The circle's open
The
for
circle's
business.
open.
I'd say the majority of the businesses are open on the circle.
Yes.
So they're up and running. So again, just have patience. We're getting there, and we really are trying our best. John, you want to add anything?
No, I think that's it.
Did I cover everything?
Yeah, I think we covered everything. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Anthony. I know you guys love to talk. They don't like to talk. I had to pull teeth to get them in here, but thank you guys for joining me. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining us today. Please listen to us, watch us wherever you watch, listen to podcasts, and just remember to live, love, work, and play in our city because we love it just as much as you do. Thank you.